Hey guys, it's Claryberry here, and I'm doing what I ate yesterday. I wrote it all down, it was really good, and I finally put it on Chronometer today. I just didn't really make any videos yesterday for some reason. I guess it was Monday. So, let's go ahead and talk about it, shall we? I started the day off well, although I don't think I had my water beforehand. I'm still working on that. I had basically, over the course of the whole day, I had 2 mangoes, but I know I had 1 mango in the morning. And then I had about 8 pitted dates. And these are one of those days where obviously I don't have bananas, or I would have been drinking a banana smoothie. So, this is still in the morning. I actually made the boys, like, we had rice leftovers. So I took the rice and poured some coconut milk on it, or not coconut milk. And I actually forget to put this in the chronometer, but it was just a tiny bit of our 7-grain milk, 7-grain Pacific milk. And so there's a little bit of that in there, and basically there's just sugar and blackberries all over the rice, and turned beautiful purple pink. It was great. It was really good, and the boys liked it too, so I'll have to be making that more often, especially for them. Keeps a little more economical than just serving them berries for breakfast. But still, there's quite a bit of berries in there, so they're getting a good serving of fruit as well. So that was kind of what I had, and I was drinking water. I was drinking water all throughout the morning. I was drinking about a 25-ounce jar is what I've had lately, and I've just been aiming for about 100 ounces. I know a lot of people talk about liters, but I don't do liters. Like, none of my stuff has liters on it. You know, us silly Americans. So I'm going to go ahead and basically 3 or 4 liters turns out to be about 100 ounces or 135 ounces. So I think I stopped somewhere after about the 3rd. I might have made it to 4, but I only gave myself 75 ounces. So anyways, I had about 6 Halo oranges, and that was kind of midday. Where am I? We had this soup that was from the other day. It was a Thai noodle soup. And if you didn't see that video, basically I just took some rice noodles, some pad Thai rice noodles, and I actually combined it with this like single serving size of pad Thai noodles, which you don't need to do that for the recipe. I mean, it could probably help with the seasoning, and it's good because it has just a tiny little bit of peanuts in there. But it's probably really high sodium and all of that, but it did help. And even though the noodles were different, I made it together, and it was good. And then I added just a little bit. I have some Thai peanut sauce. I added 1 serving of that to the whole soup, and then I added some Cholula and maybe some other stuff, but that's about it. So we still had that left over, and I was like about to almost throw it out because it looked so old and soggy, and the water we would go through all the broth. The broth is the best part to me. Everything else tasted great, but we'll go through the broth so fast, and then what you're left with is this big thing of noodles, and I was worried they were going to get mushy, but they didn't. I just kept on adding water back, and we literally ate the whole thing by dinner time. So literally, and this might sound kind of weird to some people, but this did not actually go into the refrigerator after it was done. When you're not cooking with meat, you don't have to be a freak about putting your stuff away. Yes, it had a lid on it. Yes, it's cold and it's wintertime. It sat on my stove. And I did end up putting it in the fridge the next day because it sat there for a while before we actually cooked it. But this is the beauty. You can eat, and you know what? People used to eat like that in the old days, and everybody talks about vitamin B and how you can get all these probiotics and stuff. But when you're not a germ freak, when you're not a germaphobe, like, you get more vitamin Bs and you get more probiotics just from ingesting, say, a little bit of dirt off of your produce or something like that. So I am not, unless I really have a bad feeling about it, I don't really wash the produce that much at all. I know I've said that before. People are spending top dollar for, good, soil-based organisms, SBOs, probiotics. Spending good money. Just keep the dirt. If you're getting organic foods, then it's probably going to be okay. I know there are some instances where this is not okay, but honestly, the washing that I was doing was not going to save me anyways. Rinsing it, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do the hydrogen peroxide, blah, 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 contaminate my food with who knows what else. Not happening. And, not to mention the chlorine and everything, the organisms that are now floating around our water supply doesn't make it that much better. So yeah, just eat the vegetables. That's why you're getting organic. So anyway, my little rant here. So that was kind of like an early snack. I started to have that. I started a little bit before 4, so it was probably like 2 o'clock. Had basically broth. I was like, I'll take the broth, you guys can have the noodles. And so I had another one later that was a little bit more noodles. And then for dinner later on in the evening, we did Mexican Monday. So we had the Guiltless Gourmet tortilla chips, which are baked and they're no salt. So I had those on the bottom, bunch of spring salad mix. I had fresh tomatoes. We had salsa, which is, of course, our salsa that's mixed with regular salsa and no salt added tomatoes, and probably some water as well, and cilantro. And so I had our salsa on there, and also we did an avocado. So I had about a third of an avocado. And I actually have to put that in here because I always forget something, don't I? So, yeah, still. Okay, so I also remembered to take my vitamin B and my vitamin D, which B12 and D, which is crazy. I never remember those in the same day. And yeah, I think, oh, I did have a beer. Let's go ahead and put that in here. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I decided to go ahead and, be a little bit less, I don't know. It's like when I hear about beer, when people talk about beer to me, like I want some. I know I've been kind of going back and forth with different things. I don't think one beer, every few days is going to hurt me. So anyway, with the avocado in the beer, I was at about 2,575 calories. So that's right where I want to be. That's exactly. I needed that beer for calories. Okay. I had 91% of nutritional targets, so that's good. I'm still a little bit low on choline, vitamin E, and selenium just for yesterday, but not overall. So that's good. I'm doing really well. Let's see. Carbs, I was at about 85, 7.5. So that's really good. I'm doing better than 80-10-10. I'm doing about 85, 5. Or so you get the drift. So, even though I'm like making these little cheats and doing things, and even though like it's just so easy to get down on yourself, like, oh, I had a little bit more avocado than I wanted. Oh, I had a beer. Like, oh, I had this. Like, I know there's people out there who want to be really pure, and that's fine. I just don't. I'm not there yet. I don't feel the need to be there. I have still been bloated, and I don't know if you guys can take a look at me here today. Like, I feel pretty darn good. Like, I feel amazing. I haven't actually weighed myself lately. Oh, and I don't think I ever told you guys, my scale, I had put it on these mats, these like vinyl mats that I had just because they were there and I wanted to get them out of the way. And so that was making me weigh last week a lot more than I thought. So I was saying, oh, I gained weight, and I have not actually gained back all of the weight. I think I was close. I think I was about 125, but I thought that maybe I got up to 130 there for a minute, and that did not happen. But I was cheating, like, I gotta say. I'm on track now, though, so this is good. So, yeah, today is, what is today? I don't know what today is. It's like Tasty Bite Tuesday, or sometimes we might do Takeout Tuesday, but I have so much downstairs, so much to eat. Like, I have like 3 weeks of groceries in my house right now, so there's no way we're going out to eat unless I just get really, really tired. But yeah, that probably won't happen. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling at you guys like I always do. Somebody has to break me of this habit. But I hope you have a great day, and I will check back in once I start. No.